bring in Arwa Damon, whose group INARA. You want to help the kids who've been affected by the war? INARA. Give money there. She's been on the ground in Gaza. She's been in the region covering it for many years, and she's my friend. Arwa, thank you very much. The impact of him saying we're going to own Gaza, then the next thing we know, Hamas is upset about the deal and saying it's been violated. Trump says all hell will break out if you don't deliver the hostages. What do you think's going on?
I think that there is a lot of psychological manipulation that is taking place here, and Gazans themselves, and I was, messaging back and forth with a bunch of people who I know there, they are freaking out. The thought that they could go back to living with that same sort of primal fear that they lived under for 15 months with Israeli fighter jets bombing at will, that restarting, it's too much for their psyche to be able to handle. I mean, yes, some of what Hamas is saying in terms of humanitarian assistance not really getting in, it is very true, because if you look at the numbers, 600 trucks were getting in the first half of the period of time when the ceasefire began. That then dipped to 330. There are over 1 million people who don't have adequate access to shelter. You can buy a bar of chocolate on the market in Gaza right now, but you can't, take your kid to a functioning hospital. But the thing is, and this is what I think really needs to be the focus, is just how both sides are manipulating the populations. And the notion that somehow, rendering Gaza to hell is going to be the solution, an even bigger hell than it already is. It's really hard to follow that logic, because whatever Israel and the US do to Gaza, they are doing to the hostages themselves. And it's about time that we recognize that people of Gaza are just as human as the rest of us and stop subjecting them to this madness.
Arwa, points well made and succinctly. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, and we'll continue it when we see what happens next. Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.